needs a beat down, needs humbling. Instead of eating cheeseburgers, I'm going to feed him some humble pie.
It's something that we took very seriously and something that a lot of work has gone into, and obviously it hasn't been resolved. And
it was quite a pathetic.
Anthony Joshua has officially taken legal action against Logan Paul after an unprovoked attack pushed things far beyond trash talk. No online antics, no empty threats. This time, Joshua took matters into his own hands and put Logan directly in the legal crosshairs. The message is clear: cross the line outside the ring, and the consequences are real.
Oh, él es esto, él es aquello, él es. Dije, pero ¿por qué te preocupas por lo que ha hecho alguien más? ¿Qué has hecho tú como luchador para aumentar tu ego? Pero no pudiste
Eddie Hearn confirmed that Joshua has taken the gloves off entirely. What started as chaos has now become a full-scale legal battle. Logan Paul's stunt didn't just cross a line, it erased it. This isn't a warning shot. It's a show of force that makes one thing clear: provoking Anthony Joshua outside the ring carries brutal consequences.
So we filed a lawsuit against him, and we'll leave it in the hands of the lawyer.
After Jake Paul's crushing defeat, Logan didn't retreat, he exploded. In a shocking and reckless moment, Logan stormed Joshua in an unprovoked attack that stunned fighters and fans alike. This wasn't passion, it was desperation. A chaotic, ego-driven spectacle that instantly shook the boxing world.
Everybody knows he's not a real boxer. There's levels to this game, and he was way out of his level, way out of his depth.
Eddie Hearn didn't sugarcoat it. He called the entire episode a shameless, premeditated stunt. With Jake freshly humiliated and Logan acting out, both Paul brothers managed to embarrass themselves simultaneously. Pretending to belong in elite boxing while behaving like clowns has consequences, and the world is watching them unravel in real time.
About an hour ago, so I guess everything's calmed down a little bit. I thought it was a bitch move, if I'm honest, because anytime an attack like that is like premeditated.
Carl Froch was ruthless. Logan Paul, in his words, humiliated himself. This wasn't bold, it was pathetic. A desperate attempt to stay relevant that only exposed him as a pretender. The boxing world didn't get angry, it laughed.
Where does he go from here? What does he do? I'm not even arsed, man. I can't be arsed with this bullshit anymore, this clown world. It's a joke shop. It's just a big fucking... It's just an absolute...
Johnny Nelson dismantled Logan's credibility. The stunt added nothing, no money, no respect, no boxing legitimacy. Instead, it exposed exactly what the Paul brothers are: amateurs cosplaying in a professional league, watching their reputations collapse under scrutiny.
His career, for his bank account, everything, for his development. I don't think he did anything for his development because he didn't have somebody in front of him that wanted to test it.
Even Logan's own words betrayed the arrogance. With Jake nursing serious injuries, this reckless display only reinforced how unprepared both brothers are for the big leagues. Fans and insiders were left stunned, not by bravery, but by sheer incompetence.
AJ, nobody expects Jake Paul to win apart from Jake Paul. I bet his own dad doesn't even expect him to win. Nobody believes he's going to win. So if anybody says, yeah, no, Jake Paul's going to do it, they're gamblers. They're hustlers. They're just trying to be smart.
Veteran broadcaster Adam Smith summed up the chaos perfectly. What happened never should have happened. The Paul brothers continue to blur every line of boxing decorum, turning the sport into a confused spectacle. The gray area they hide behind is paper-thin, covering ego, delusion, and inexperience.
It just shouldn't happen, but we don't know. As with all these things, there's always a grey area, isn't there? But
Johnny Nelson highlighted the massive gamble Logan took by provoking a prime champion. Emotionally baiting Joshua wasn't bold, it was catastrophic. With Jake already battered and exposed, Logan's move looked like desperation disguised as confidence. Every step since has deepened their public humiliation.
AJ boxed Dylan White, getting him emotionally involved. It's a big risk. Because we've seen a nice AJ knock people out, so what happens when he's a nasty AJ?
Counter-punch boxing put it bluntly, Jake Paul's face told the story. Bloodied, battered, and broken, he looked exactly like what he was: an underprepared novice. The image became a symbol of Joshua's dominance and Logan's disastrous judgment. What was meant to generate clout became a masterclass in public humiliation.
Is jacked up. This dude got his nose split and slid. His shit's moved over.
Spencer Oliver didn't hold back. Logan Paul, he said, is a joke in boxing terms. Facing world-class fighters exposed to total lack of skill, preparation, and respect. The Paul brothers have become a cautionary tale, ego meeting reality in the harshest way possible.
It's a joke in my eyes, you know what I mean? It was a life or death struggle with a guy that is clearly past his best.
The weight concept broke down how things spiraled. What started as shoving escalated into chaos because of Logan's recklessness. The face-off slap sealed their fate. Security stepped in, but their credibility was already gone. The stunt backfired spectacularly, reinforcing that clout chasing doesn't survive professional boxing.
Fighters pushing and shoving probably shouldn't be slapping each other at the face-off. Security did a pretty good job of corralling it while they could, but I thought it was just an open hand.
Ariel Helwani captured the brutal truth. Anthony Joshua's power and precision turned him into a nightmare matchup. Every punch carries career-ending potential. The Paul brothers didn't miscalculate, they ignored reality. What they gained in clicks, they lost in credibility.
And every time he threw a punch, I like winced because he's a big man and he's an incredible boxer and he's still in his prime and he's got a very long reach and he's got a lot of power in that right hand and that left hook is terrifying as well, and so I thought it could end at any moment.
Shannon Sharp emphasized the stakes. This wasn't just a fight, it was a public demolition of ego. Every attempt to provoke Joshua only magnified the failure. The contrast was brutal. Seasoned professionals versus clout-driven amateurs completely outmatched.
It's a very high stakes game, and I've just never seen.
Tony Bellew said it best. This stopped being boxing and turned into a circus. Paul brothers' antics overshadowed the sport itself. While views were generated, their legacy became one of embarrassment. Anthony Joshua stood as the opposite, disciplined, dominant, and professional.
It's frightening for the sport. It's not that it's bad, it's frightening. But listen, this isn't boxing as a sport, this is the circus.
The fallout is undeniable. After Jake Paul's devastating loss and Logan Paul's reckless attack, their credibility is in ruins. Every misstep, from face-off slaps to provoking a prime champion, has exposed their lack of judgment. Analysts, fighters, and fans agree, these stunts failed catastrophically. Anthony Joshua didn't need to say much, his composure and dominance said everything. Now the question remains, is this the end of the Paul brothers' boxing experiment, or can they recover from a collapse this public? Drop your thoughts in the comments and join the debate.